Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello there, welcome back.
Welcome back, guys. As always, want to thank you for your support over on Patreon. Thank you for your support wherever you guys are watching us from. Exclusives over at Patreon every week.
And we are grateful.
We are grateful, and boy, it is crazy out there. You know, here you have a passenger plane with 10 people on board go missing in Alaska. Coast Guard, Air Force, National Guard, all involved in a search for the plane, which went missing over the Bering Sea. Ooh, cold. In case you don't know where we are talking about, this is where the plane was taking off from. This is where it was going to land. As you can see, it's very close to Russia and very, very, very cold area. You do not want to be in that water long. Not that it's easy to survive a plane crash. If it did go down, it's been missing for like at least 10 hours now. And so the Alaska State Troopers reported in a dispatch that the flight had 9 passengers, 1 pilot. Troopers said they were contacted by the Alaska Rescue Coordination Center at 4 p.m. regarding the missing plane. The volunteer department stated it was conducting an active ground search for the communities of Nome and White Mountain. Weather and visibility issues are restricting the air search. Norton Sound Health Corporation in Nome put out the notice at 5:25 p.m. that was ready to respond to a community medical emergency, but didn't give any other details. The FAA weather camera located in Golovin, about 70 miles east of Nome, showed what appeared to be a near whiteout conditions over several hours Thursday afternoon. Wow, you know, that's just so scary. Now, what's real creepy is that, again, the Polish psychic seems to have gotten one very, very accurately correct. U.S. military aircraft incident in the Philippines. Military plane has crashed in the Philippines. Sorry, guys. And of course, we have the missing one in Alaska. Oh, this is very, very odd. The one in the Philippines was pretty close to the airport. It's just, what can you do when you have these just amazingly odd occurrences happening? We've had like 16 or more of these. And then we have this, Sao Paulo, Brazil, yet another plane crash. What? All these happened in just, a short span. Alaska, Philippines, and now Brazil. Whoa, this is just wild. And, what's real wild is, the accuracy of Krzysztof Jakowski. And also, I think now we can clearly see what Cindy had channeled 4 years ago was, again, that in the future, there is a time when humans, at least on the timeline that we were on 4 years ago, will not be traveling by airplane normally like we do. As you see, this is in the Barra-Funda region, Sao Paulo, Brazil, big city. Plane hit at least one bus on Avenida Marques de São Vicente. There is no information yet on victims. Wow, this is just so wild. What is really going on here? This was a King Air F-90, which can carry up to 8 passengers. Now, there's been a lot. A while ago, there was a period of time right around the beginning of the plague upon the land when there was a lot of planes, small planes, dropping left and dropping right. Now, this update here says 2 bodies were found inside the plane, while a motorcyclist and the bus driver were injured. Fortunately, no passengers on the bus at the time the plane hit the bus, and no victims were reported among the ground residents. One other incident, too, that I wanted to bring up was this. Crazed Frontier Airlines passenger restrained by fellow travelers with shoelaces, flex cuffs after he cracks a plane window. This happened. This was another event. The flyer became erratic 20 minutes into the trip from Denver to Houston on Tuesday night. An unidentified man allegedly began punching the seat in front of him when the woman sitting there asked the flight attendant to change seats. And once the frightened woman left the seat, the man allegedly kicked at the window and cracked the interior plexiglass cover panel. Damage to the window did not pose a threat to the safety of the plane as the flight continued its course to Houston's Bush Intercontinental Airport. Passengers sitting next to and in front of the man left their seats to escape potential threat. Clark, who's traveling with her 3-year-old, recalled not seeing any of the flight crew nearby. The attendants, they just disappeared. They went to go ask for help, but I don't know where they went at the time. She recalled, "It's just me and this man, and I start freaking out, having a panic attack. Tears, I start screaming for help. Somebody come help us. I'm scared." That looks pretty scary. It's very, very understandable. Chaotic video recorded by Clark captured the heroic passengers, including Clark's fiancée, who was seated several rows away, stepping up to detain the man. 6 travelers used shoelaces and flex cuffs to secure the man. The man remained in makeshift restraints for the flight's remaining hour and a half. Police detained the man and escorted him off the plane when the flight landed at Bush Intercontinental Airport at 11:10. He was seen being rolled through the airport, restrained to a wheelchair. Houston police have not released the man's name or motive. Wow. The FBI has been brought in for the investigation. This is just crazy. Are people being triggered? Is there some sort of, ultra KM thing going on here? Now, this is something from January 30th, 2025. And this is Christoph talking about more plane crashes and 2 in a day. He saw it as 2 in a day. Now, we don't know what's happened in Alaska, so it may be 3 or maybe it's only 2. Maybe that one is okay. But one of them he did peg in South America. Now, it seemed like he was describing farther up north than where Sao Paulo is, but it is interesting that he said, one in South America, and the other crash, he sees it close to an airport and in a city. Now, in the Philippines, the airplane was actually very close to where it could land, and at the same time, the Nome one, we don't know where it is, how close it was to landing or not. So just bizarre. He has been very, very accurate, though. Christoph is very, very gifted with this type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he really has. And, I keep picking up with these airplanes and people in the airplane, electrical problems, whether it be with the airplane or with the person in the airplane, having a nervous system be excited, having certain parts of the brain get excited through some type of isolated electrical current, getting people to completely freak out. And it's just odd. I feel like there's definitely a lot going on that we can't see. I do kind of feel like we are going to know a little bit more very, very soon. I would say within the next few months, there's going to be information come out that sheds a little bit of light, but of course it's only going to be what the mainstream wants us to know. But I do think we'll have more information. I think this is it's very, very targeted in a lot of ways. So if we were to tally up all these planes and really look at those who are on them and look at their purpose and look at where they're going, we're going to find some pretty interesting commonalities.
Yeah, absolutely. So as always, guys, thanks for your support. Look forward to your comments. What do you guys sense and feel is happening in all this? Source bless and namaste.
Namaste.